You're watching Theme Park Worldwide, where this afternoon I'm here at the Alton Towers Resort to check out a brand new edition for summer 2022. It's a VR experience that's located in the corporate hospitality suite right next door to Spinball Whizzer, and it's set to be here through until September, so if you do want to experience it, it's going to be here throughout the summer. Now, it's an upcharge experience priced at £9.99 for a 10-minute VR experience using YULLBE GO. Now, YULLBE was actually created by Mack of Europa Park in Germany. So yeah, I've done the VR at Europa and we've really enjoyed it, especially the ones that aren't actually on a roller coaster experience. Now, as you'll know if you've watched the channel for a while, I'm not a huge fan of VR when it's on rides or roller coasters. I think it's much better in a setting where you walk through an experience that's set up in a room, and that exactly is what YULLBE GO is all about. So yeah, it's come to Alton Towers, £9.99. You've got 8 different scenarios that you can pick to go in, and yeah, I'm going to be trying out a couple of them today. Thanks to the team here at Alton Towers for inviting me down to come and give it a go. So like I say, YULLBE did originate at Europa Park in Germany, and now they're actually rolling out the experience to various different attractions around the world. And yeah, they've collaborated now with Alton Towers to bring this to the resort for summer. Came as quite a surprise, we didn't really know this was coming in. It's nice to have a new edition. It's a shame that it's an upcharge. However, you've got to think, if it was free, the queue would be absolutely massive for it. So I think, you know, £9.99 for a 10-minute experience isn't too bad. But yeah, you can see the restrictions down there at the bottom. Not suitable for children under 8. Children between 8 and 12 must be accompanied by an adult. And then yeah, a few more restrictions down there at the bottom as well. But yeah, if you do want to come and give this a go, like I say, it's located here in the corporate hospitality tent, right next door to Spinball Whizzer on that pathway that leads down to the Smiler. And yeah, you've got 8 different ones to experience, so I'm going to head in and give it a go. Here we go then, so headsets going on just here now. You can keep your glasses on as well if you are a glasses wearer. Here we go, thank you.
Is that nice and comfy on there?
Yeah, that's great, thank you. Just hold that at the front there. Yeah, that's great. Nice and tight at the back. There we go. I don't know where the camera is now, I can't see it. Somewhere, are you over here somewhere? I don't know. Here we go.
Just right there, so I'm going to scan this on front of you. Put your hands out for me. There's your right hand.
Thank you. Oh.
There's your right hand. It should be coming up in just a second.
Okay.
There you go.
Yeah, thank you.
There you are, have fun.
Well, thank you. Here we go.
And as you can see, it was really nice and simple to get fitted out there with the headset, with a member of staff giving you all of the information that you need and actually fitting the headset onto you just there. So yeah, basically you're looking at a phone screen inside of the headset that's also got speakers built into it as well. Now, along with that, special cameras are actually built into the VR goggles to track your exact location throughout YULLBE GO. And as you can see, the floor is all marked out with tape just to make sure that the cameras that are actually built into the headset know your precise location. Now, with this as well, from a throughput point of view, not only you can go through there, you can go through with friends, you can actually experience different ones, and people can start and end at different times as well, which is really cool with the YULLBE experience. And I first saw that out at Europa Park and thought it was really good fun. And yeah, it's quite unique how it's all set up, and the fact that, you know, people can be watching different films, having completely different experiences, but then also it's going on at the same time. Now, you might be thinking, hang on a minute, how come you don't bump into each other? Well, when you're actually going through your virtual world, the cameras will kind of show you someone else there in like a red spot. So you know to avoid that point, else yeah, you're going to bump into somebody else. But yeah, it's very clever how it works. And I tried out a few of the different films available, but I'm going to go through the different ones. So you got Valerian, which is like a space themed one. You then got an art themed film that you can do. There's also Moon to Mars, which is another space one. There's YULLBE Wonderland, that's actually based around a miniature wonderland. Along with that, you got Ed and Edda, based on the mascots from Europa Park. You've also got 2 different Alpha Mods films, which is like cars and race vehicles. There's a longer one and then a shorter one of those as well. And also a horror themed one based around Traumatica, which is the Halloween event at Europa Park. But yeah, how the system actually works, very simple setup, literally with the tape on the floor, a massive square marked out in the hospitality tent, and it's quite good fun watching other people on it as well and seeing their reactions to it all, because there's points where you really think, oh, you know, we're stepping over water or flying up in space, but really we're just on a nice cushiony carpet just there.
Back outside then now after experiencing YULLBE Go for the first time here at Alton Towers. Now, like I say, there was 8 different ones to choose from, so I went for 3 different ones and started off with a horror themed one called Traumatica. That's actually the name of Europa Park's Halloween event, and yeah, as much as the video wasn't actually set at Europa Park, it was all sorts of different monsters coming round, you were shooting them for 10 minutes, and yeah, you're walking around this world. I tell you what though, it's really cool how it's set up, because obviously, you know, all it is some markings on the floor, probably like 5 by 5 meters, something like that, and you don't feel like you're just walking around the same area in a square, really. It's very clever because you're bending down to duck under things, and yeah, kind of crouching on the floor at some points, and you're pointing forwards with your gun. But yeah, that was really good, and there were some nice little jump scares in there. It's not for kids though, that one, so bear that in mind. The second one that I did was Valerian, which was a space themed one. Now, I've done Valerian over at Europa Park on Eurosat Can coaster and really enjoyed it. However, that was on the coaster. With this, you were just walking around the room, and it was even better than that in my opinion, because you know, for me, VR on rides I'm not a huge fan of. It's like Galactica that they had here, didn't really enjoy it at all. It's all the faffing about just for like a 30 to 40 second VR experience, you know, whereas when you're actually in a 10-minute VR world, it's much better in my opinion. Now, with the space themed Valerian, you was walking around all these shipping containers and then a spaceship. Some of the containers actually had Mack Next and Mack rides on, which is quite a nice little thing, obviously from Europa Park. And then along with that, my favourite part of it, and the best thing that I did on YULLBE Go at Alton Towers, was you went out into this big open space, and then in front of you, you had to like make the walkway kind of down there. You know, there was like this big open sky, and then you actually had to make the walkway in front of you to walk out, which was really cool and something a little bit different. Then the third one that I did was called Wonderland, and this is a family one. I didn't realise this, but it was actually based inside of Miniature Wonderland, which is located in Hamburg, Germany. And yeah, it's this model village basically, indoors with an airport and all this kind of stuff, trains running around. And yeah, you actually shrunk down to a miniature in that world, and I thought that was really cool, very unique. It wasn't all kind of you know, animation with that. It was actually real footage from inside as well. You were shrunk down. I went on a train, I went in a hot air balloon, and you're kind of walking around, you know, and they welcome you onto the balloon, all in the VR. It's very cool. And that leads me on to say the audio was great as well, nice and loud. The headset's got speakers kind of built into the side. It was nice how I could keep my glasses on for it as well. Overall, I think it's a nice addition to Alton Towers. I think the price they're charging, £10, $9.99 for a 10-minute experience, isn't too bad. I do think maybe if they reduce the price to $4.99, it'd get people flowing in nicely. There wasn't loads of people doing it, but then Alton Towers haven't really advertised it that much, so yeah, it's nice to get invited down by the park, check it out, see what it's like, and yeah, I enjoyed it. If you like VR or want something a bit different, I definitely recommend giving it a go. My favourite out of the 3 was Valerian, but like I say, you've got the others that I didn't experience on there. There's 8 different ones to try at the moment, and yeah, I thought it was really good, a nice enjoyable attraction, something very different for Alton Towers, and the fact that, you know, you're walking round, not sat on a roller coaster. That is definitely how VR should be done in my opinion, and I can kind of see why it's not free, as the queue would be absolutely huge, wouldn't it? Even though it would be nice if it wasn't an upcharge. I do think, you know, we don't really need any more upcharge attractions at Alton Towers, but no, I enjoyed it. I think the seagulls did as well by the sounds of it. No, I did enjoy it. It was worth giving it a go. Thanks to Alton Towers for inviting me down, and yeah, I would definitely recommend giving it a try if you like VR or want something a little bit different, because it's a lot better than the likes of Darren Brown's Ghost Train, Galactica, all that kind of stuff. Much better than those in my opinion, with how YULLBE is set up from Europa Park. I mean, they know what they're doing at EP, don't they? And Mack Rides and Mack Next, you know, they really do know how to create an experience. And yeah, it's nice how they're kind of travelling that round now to different places. They've obviously struck a deal with Alton Towers. Could we maybe see it being permanent here? Some improvements I'd make to the experience of it would be instead of actually just walking into the hospitality tent and having it there, kind of having you watch a proper pre-show and then maybe go through a curtain so you don't see all the markings on the floor. That kind of spoils the immersion a little bit before you do it. It doesn't matter when you got the headset on because you don't see it, but yeah, just to do that I think would be a really nice little way to make it more attractive for people to give it a go, in my opinion. But there we go. Thank you very much for joining me. If you haven't already, check out yesterday's live stream from Alton Towers. We're starting to do a lot more streaming now as we move into summer, so make sure you check that out so you can watch it back. And coming up tomorrow, I'm going to be talking about Secret Weapon 9. Yes, something that I've not really spoken about before. What will it be? Where will it be built? And when? Well, I'm going to have a bit of speculation, a bit of talking about the next major roller coaster here at Alton Towers. I'm Sean Sandbrook, thanks for watching, and that leaves me with one final thing to say. Get out there and keep on riding. See you in the next video.